Hello everybody, welcome once again to Resident Evil 4 Remake. This is going to be a bit of a different episode as I was really unwell for a couple of days and didn't have, you can probably still hear the cold in my voice. So Erin very kindly recorded me some footage and this is post commentary. So as you can see, we've left the village chief's house and we are chasing our new target, the wild dog. This is going to be fun. So thank you so much for the support in the series so far. Hopefully you'll enjoy the difference in the gameplay here between me and Erin. Erin is very much gung-ho. And I am not gung-ho. I am very much a cautious player. As you've seen, I am a very cautious player sometimes. So Erin's back here. She knows from her own playthrough that the dog is back in the village. She also now knows that I never cleared the village. I ran around the edge of the village a lot, so all these guys are still alive as well, so I've not really done her any favours. And yeah, she's going to pay for that. There we go. So the dog's in the background there. As you can see, it's a Colmelos, but it's a far more dangerous version of the Colmelos. It has released its Plaga. You'll see a variety of its attacks here as well. Well, not at the moment you won't. The other thing I should point out is Erin is a gamer who very much enjoys the story and finds easy mode enough of a challenge for her, and there is nothing wrong with that. That's not a criticism, but I should have warned Erin that the jump up in gameplay was going to be a lot different. Even just jumping from assisted to standard, Erin noticed a difference. So that was the first death. There are going to be a few as Erin gets to grips with the increased difficulty. I think it's mainly the lack of damage output. I think the Ganados have higher health, so it feels like you're not hurting them as much. And the amount of damage you take in return. Erin has completed this unassisted. Fair play. She was going to try a standard playthrough. I don't think she is now. Is Ashley grabbed? Trying to put bullets into everything at the minute, trying to get something to stay down. We've got one down, but it's not stayed down. We've thrown the flash grenade there, Erin has. And I was watching this as well, by the way, at the time it was happening. I didn't find it funny. I think Erin thought I found it funny. I genuinely didn't find it funny. I thought it was... I could see it was challenging. I think at this point Erin was sort of saying, jumpy little fucker. And I 100% agree with her. That's what he looks like. He is a jumpy little fucker, basically. So we've missed the chance to get the stab on it there. It hits us with the 3 quick stabs because we're too close to it. Erin has told Ashley to back up, but sadly it does its big lunge and finishes Leon off there. So back in for the third attempt. I had contemplated putting a quick montage of deaths at the start, but I decided that was just a wind up. I have died playing it, as you have seen. Not as many times in a single episode, I don't think, but that's not Erin's fault. It's our difference in playstyles. Because Erin wants to move the game on, she's very much right, let's go, let's get this done, let's get through this sequence, let's take these guys out. You can see she's trying to put a lot of damage into the Colmelos there. She She avoids the lunge by being out of range, but not out of range of the Colmelos, and now we've got another twister. We've been hit by another triple attack. Eren's throwing a grenade. She's taking out the twister. Colmelos is down, and she is trying to put the knife in it. There we go. So we've got the stab. Ashley's now gone.
Hang in there.
Leave me alone.
And it doesn't matter because we are dead again. It is tough when you're coming in to play someone else's game because you don't know what a person's settings are. This was Eren trying to change it back to assisted for her, but you can only change it down to assisted on a game over screen, and I don't think you can increase the difficulty from there, so I asked her not to because I do want to complete it on standard. So she checks all her guns, and at this point I'd suggested to Eren, why not use the rifle to try and shoot down that sort of funnel there. You can see they would be forced to come up in front of her. There is a person to her right though that I forgot about as well. So Eren does alright here. She takes out a couple. Good shot there as well. I think that's it. And there's the guy. She's heard the guy to her right. Gonna put some rounds in him. Here we go, he's down. So right from the off here we've taken out 3 of the potential hazards. Can't remember how many there are. We've got the dog obviously, there he is. We need to get rounds into the dog. We've thrown the flash grenade, but that doesn't burst the dog's plaga, it just downs the dog. There wasn't much point in Eren healing there. I think she thought she was hurt worse than she had been. Now we've got a Ganado behind us as well. And that Ganado set us on fire. I think we're going to take an attack here. Nope. Shotgun. Good. So we've taken out that villager. Ashley's still down, but it doesn't matter. If she's incapacitated for too long in standard mode, I believe she dies, but in assisted she gets back up, provided she hasn't been picked up. We've missed the chance at the stab again. We're having to reload.
Target neutralized.
And this time it's down. So interesting to see a different approach tried there. We sniped 2 and took out the 3rd before he could get too close to us, and Eren's now cleared the village, which is good going. The good thing about watching the difference in styles is you'll see what happens when you try to rush in. Eren's pretty good, she doesn't panic. She's not afraid to just unload bullets, and it's not even wild either. You'll see her accuracy stats in this episode. I think she hits over 80% twice. In fact, I'm sure at one point she has 88% accuracy.
Thanks.
It is kind of sad that I've missed out on experiencing this gameplay myself, but at the same time it was really kind of Eren to offer to what's the word I'm looking for? It was really kind of Eren to offer to record this for me. In fact, I think I might change my recording style to post commentary. I quite like it. We were debating here because I couldn't remember if the duo bonus, having 2 gems the same colour, was higher, and it turns out it was. Yeah, So we double checked it there. I think there's a strategy to that, because I'm sure the merchant at different points in the game will trade you spinels for gems. Yeah, I couldn't remember what they were called. 4 rubies and for the other ones, the square cut gems. Erin got lucky there. Neither of us had heard that guy moving up the stairs, and when she ran in, obviously she's run right into him. It's fine though. Got the sneak attack. Now what we're looking for here is, we had realised on the map there was a treasure and we couldn't figure out where it was. So we decided to vault out the window, and we realised that it was probably on the roof, and Erin found it, no bother. 1 velvet blue. And more bad guys. So the back end of the village has enemies as well. So I guess what I'd recommend is taking out the bad guys earlier. I don't think they respawn. I could be wrong though. I don't want to give you guys bad advice, because I haven't tried this myself yet, obviously. Erin's played this part. But a couple of times in earlier episodes, and you'll have noticed it yourself, I move through the tunnels and I just stick to the edge of the village. I can hear enemies in the village. I don't go near them or acknowledge them, because I don't want to attract them. But I think you can clear the village ahead of time, because I'm sure I watched Erin do the wild dog, but when she came back to the village, all of the villagers weren't there and she was only fighting the dog, and on assisted it was a slightly easier fight. But I think it would have been better for her if I had cleared the village on one of my run-throughs earlier.
Seriously, this can't be happening.
So now we're taking Ashley to the farm. She's not happy. Unlike the previous games as well, so this is something I enjoy. I can do it in post commentary because I'm not in the moment. It's quite nice to do a comparison between the games. In this moment, you used to be able to come back to the village with Ashley in the original Resident Evil and tell it to hide in the dumpster right at the start of the farm section. And then you could clear the farm and then just give her a shout and she would come running to you. Now, Ashley's a more vulnerable target. That's a great shot, by the way. Yeah, now Ashley's a more vulnerable target. And then goes straight to the knife. That's another difference between Erin and me. Erin is very good at using the knife. Very, very good at using the knife. She will save a lot of ammo. Knifing as many enemies, and doing this run up in melee. So in terms of overall style, she's not that different from me for strategy. Now she notices that it's a bull guy. I think I say to her to switch out to the shotgun. Yeah, just missed catching that guy with the shot. One more. Kick, and that's him done. Perfect. We got an emerald for that, a square cut gem. So that was pretty good going. But like I was saying, you're much more vulnerable in this sequence now because Ashley is beside you constantly. She's here. There are bits, I think, where they realised it would be really difficult, where they set a locker that Ashley can hide in. But 9 times out of 10, Ashley is going to be with you. We got lucky with the quick switch there. I think it's important in the gunfights. I didn't want to stress this to Erin. I think it's important in the gunfights to tell Ashley to hang back, because she gets in the way an awful lot. And there's a couple of times there that I was scared.
Well done deserves payment in kind. Well then, what can I do you for?
Excuse me as I yawn away from the mic. Very tired recently. Sorry, back to what I was saying.
Won't do you much good.
So there were a couple of times there that I was scared that Ashley was going to get caught with the knife when Erin was knifing down the enemies.
I'll buy it at a high price. Got a selection of good things on
So Erin
sale.
very kindly offered to do some trading and do some
What's that? How have we procured these
upgrades and things for me, just to make sure that I was keeping my firepower tuned up ahead of the later difficulty.
We're starting to get an idea of your
As
taste.
veterans of the series will know, the difficulty rises gradually throughout the game. You go into the castle and the numbers that you fight and the variety of enemies you fight increase the difficulty. You have those insect things. I can't remember what they were called. I think they might have been called Reapers, but they're invisible except for the glow of their eyes until they attack. You've got the robed monks. You've got the robed monks with shields. You've got the robed monks with the steel helmet that stops you from headshotting them. You've got the Garador, which is the blind gladiator with the claw arms. It reacts to sound, so if you shoot at him, he comes racing over in your direction. So you've got to keep moving quietly because you can hear running as well. So you pretty much get as far away as you can from him, shoot him, and then walk off in another direction so that by the time he runs over to where you are, you're not there anymore. I think there's another enemy type in there I'm forgetting. You have a tough boss fight, in inverted commas, against Verdugo, one of Salazar's 2 bodyguards, but you can't kill him. So the difficulty spike in the castle is quite high. Here we're going to come up on one of my favourite sequences from the original game. We're going to do the cottage siege. So it's a slightly less sexist,
Hey, listen, about earlier.
Yeah, about that.
Scene. If you remember from the original, Leon,
Senorita has a name and it's Ashley.
he does chin Luis, but Luis makes a comment about Ashley's figure, and Ashley calls him rude. Here he remarks that she's a missing senorita, and Ashley calls him out and says, you know, I do have a name. My name is Ashley.
In that case, here, help me.
But at least he's enough of a gentleman to help hide her. And that's what we're doing. Get in there. And now we've got a siege. So this plays out differently to the one in the first version of Resident Evil, the original game. If you remember from the original game, the strategy was to shoot out the windows and actually bring them in, because Luis was more than capable of taking out waves of the Ganados himself. And then you would run to the staircase and go about halfway up or just under halfway up, so that you didn't encourage them to storm the top floor, and they would come through this window in front of the stairs, and they would come through the other windows. Obviously Luis would keep your back clear, and you could take out, you know, hordes of them as they were stuck in a group on the staircase. You could throw grenades down into them. If twisters appeared, you could throw flash grenades into them, and you could generally just take the shotgun and wait until 3 or 4 of them were on the stairs, and you could just fire and take them out. That doesn't work in this one. It's very difficult. Luis doesn't have the same firepower. He can finish enemies for you, but he's not as independently capable of managing the horde, and going up the staircase doesn't do anything. It just encourages them to bring ladders up, I think. We got caught by a neck breaker, but Luis has bailed us out there. Still need to reload off. Bang, we're gonna get caught. I think the parry's a key mechanic in the higher difficulties, because I've noticed there's been a few times where I've been managing tricky incidents in past episodes where the parries have helped me maintain a reasonable level of health and save my ammunition. You get a parry off at the right moment, especially on a melee attack, and you can actually stun them as if you'd shot them. Louise has helped us out there. We've been able to finish this guy. Erin's really, really good. She's managing the situation really well. She wants to get those boards so that she can board up another window. Once the windows are boarded up, that's it. They don't push through them. We lost a chance at knifing that guy as well. Taking another hit. So we're going to go in and cure here. I don't have an abundance of health items. I think I've used quite a lot of the healing items that I've had throughout, but they're a decent drop rate from enemies in these encounters. So we need to do a quick reset, change our position. Louise has given her a hit, and we've just given her the boot. Louise is not happy that we are between him and targets. We've lost another chance at a stab on the floor there. This guy will be hard to knock down. Yeah, Erin went for the knife attack there, but and he's dead. There's a burster. There's a twister now. So Erin resets again, repositions herself, and gives herself a chance to finish this guy off. It's getting a bit difficult now with Louise in the middle of all that though, because if you shoot Louise, it's like the original game. If you shoot Louise too many times, Louise eventually kills you. If I had been playing this, I'd have done it just to show you guys the cutscene, but it is possible. It's very possible to turn Louise against you, and you just do it by shooting him too many times. So here's the new sequence. Before, in the original version of the game, provided you didn't go up the stairs, the Ganados wouldn't be encouraged to go upstairs. However, excuse me, opening my orange juice there. However, in this version of the game, the wave comes in twos, so you get a ground floor wave, and then they're all up the stairs after that. Louise goes up ahead of you, up you go to back him up. Gives you the old "I've been waiting here, hero boy." Erin was going for the melee there. Because Louise shot, you get that little graphical glitch where Leon wants to go through the animation. I think I suggested switching to the shotgun at this point, just to... She's tried to knife him a couple of times. Shoots him, and then you get the "what the hell are you doing" from Luis because you've caught him with the pellets as well. Got a green herb, got a red herb. So again, we got lucky with the drops there. Erin was quick, straight into the menu, mix it up and take it, and there we go, we've got a full heal. I'm sure I said make shotgun shells. I think Erin had said what will we make, and I said shotgun shells. Stick to the shotgun for this bit.
Look, we've got a big one on our hands.
So we've got the big guys going to be coming up the stairs shortly. That's the only thing with the shotgun. At the minute, it's only loading 2 shells per reload animation. I think Erin was trying to jump down there. Maybe she was trying to throw a grenade, I'm not 100% sure. But she repositions again, she gets hit there. Gonna have to heal again. I don't think we've got any heals at this point. Gonna throw a grenade up again. Get the shotgun out. Reposition, put the table between us. And then she just decided to go for it and go ham on him. Down he goes. Got lucky there, that would have been death if that had hit. And then we get the ending cutscene comes at the right time. So we were kinda, what's the word? We were kinda struggling at the end there. Very few heals. We got one green and red drop at the right time. Luckily, the cutscene that plays out effectively cuts them off. We're not having to run from them or anything like that, so we're okay. And this is a chance to catch your breath. Watch a nice cutscene.
Ashley.
What's happening to me?
Ashley, is this the first time you've coughed on blood like this?
You want to start explaining?
The cough, the blood, is caused by something called plaga. Okay. You saw those people, right? But you have the same thing inside you. The same thing that made them like that. This, what you're experiencing, these symptoms, they're only the beginning.
I don't want to become like them.
You are, well, lucky. You see, at this early stage, the parasite, the plaga, it is possible to remove it with a surgical procedure. And all you need is some know-how. And oh yeah, the right equipment.
Wait, you two?
No worries. See, I have a plan. But you're going to have to trust me. Great, we're partners then.
Hey, why are you...
No time for any questions. The clock is ticking.
Why are you helping us?
Because it makes me feel better. Let's leave it at that. I will contact you later.
And there we hit the chapter end. There is still a bit of episode left to go, so don't worry. But that's pretty good. 88% accuracy. Pretty good paced chapter. Pretty well paced chapter. I like that. I think I could have helped. Like I say, it would have helped me, obviously. But it would also have helped Erin if I had done my part
Hey, got a smoke?
and cleared the village.
I do. The kind you like. Now where's the amber?
Unfortunately, it's not on me at the moment. And you really should be telling me what a good job I did. Busted my ass and managed to hide it right before I got caught. Which is why I'm still alive.
The deal was, we get you out of here when you deliver the amber. No amber, no protection, Luis.
Such a stickler for details, huh, Ada? Okay, then. I'll go get it now. How about that? And I do have something else I need to get, too.
This is Roost. I've got some bad news, Condor One. With the weather like this, the chopper can't make its approach. Can you stand by until it clears?
Negative. Too dangerous. We're gonna get out of here and find someplace safe.
I'm sorry. I wish I could do more.
So that was a nice wee cutscene.
Don't worry about
We,
it. We'll swim home if we have to.
We've obviously
Condor
seen
One
that
out. Let's go.
What's
Ada's working with Luis.
happened to me?
What does that mean? We don't know yet.
Let's just
We knew
focus.
Ada was in the game because she saved
Yeah.
Leon from the village chief, Vitores Mendez, or whatever his name is. And now we are heading on none the wiser, thinking that all Luis is doing is helping us and making sure we're safe and we're okay, when in actual fact
Welcome.
he
Got
might be
some
working
rare
against us.
things on sale,
Baron's trading up for us
stranger.
now. I wanted the red 9 stock, makes the gun easier to manage, makes its aim much better, steadies Leon's hand. Didn't want the riot gun. Don't let me put you off getting it by all means. The cool thing about the riot gun is the pellet spread is tighter and travels farther. So I think
Give that
with
care it
the
deserves.
basic shotgun that I've got.
Try that on for size. This
As I
kind
say,
of
Aaron,
work is about
level that all of that
finesse.
up to level 3 because
Little big. Will that bring
that's
back
going to be the workhorse. That's the Red 9's going to be the gun that carries me. Yeah, the basic shotgun that I've got has a wider pellet spread, so I think you can line up 3 in front of you and hit them, and I think you can maybe hit 1 behind them because it's quite a wide spread of pellets, whereas the riot gun is used for firing
Stocking up while come back anytime.
in a tighter cone almost, so you're not going to hit as many as 3 in front of you, but you will, the pellets travel farther. It's not what I want. I'm not bothered about the gun, to be perfectly honest. It might be cool to get on another playthrough, but I have my eye on a gun in this playthrough. I'll pick up the striker. I always like the striker. It's got a bigger ammo capacity, and when the enemies are in your face, it's much easier to rattle off. I think the striker's ammo capacity with its it used to be with its exclusive upgrade, the striker's ammo capacity I think went up to a 50 round drum. I might be wrong, comment and let me know if I am, but I'm pretty sure it was a 50 round drum, which meant it was quite easy to just whip the striker out and blast off 8 or 9 rounds at guys that were right in front of you, and it was decent enough damage. I don't think you can get the striker though until you're on the island.
We've got company.
So I've got this shotgun's gonna have to carry me. But I'd rather that than waste money buying the riot gun, putting a couple of upgrades into that, and then getting to the striker and not having the money to buy it. Or having the money to buy it but then not being able to upgrade it. Very careful with the pesetas. I had said to Erin here, by the way, you might have noticed I had Erin bought a first aid spray. I had suggested, or Erin had suggested that it might be beneficial to get that, and I had agreed with her. So now we're trying to clear, I'm not sure what this is. It used to be just a plain canyon, and it used to be possible to fight an El Gigante in it as well, but I'm not sure.
I guess we're doing this.
I'm not sure what it's meant to be this time. I'm not sure if it's meant to be like a ruined village or something else. But anyway, Erin handles this very well. We've got a few closing in on her. Whips the shotgun out. There you go, she's burst the twister and... I went for the melee attack too late there. Yeah, she burst the twister and hit him. And there we go. Bill guy's dead. I don't know if you noticed there as well, but Erin had also told Ashley to hang back so that she wasn't in any danger, which is vital, because you don't want, you want to keep her out of trouble as much as possible, and that's hard enough, trust me. We don't have enough for shotgun ammo, but we do have enough for an extra flash grenade, and that could be the difference between dying or getting rid of a few of them. Again, reload the guns. It's a quiet point. If you reload in the quiet points, you're not going to run out of ammo at a crucial bit. And there's our... So we initially couldn't see this person because of the camera angle here, because Leon got caught in that trap, but they're actually up in front of us. When we were in that trap, they were above us and slightly to the right. So Erin's gone up here,
Let's go.
grabbed this on the way past, and yells at Ashley to catch up. And I think at this point, we hit I confused Erin by saying, yeah, they're over there. So she's went to get the items anyway. And I've said, yeah, they're just in front of you here. They're in front of you. And Erin's looking everywhere, and I'm like, no, to your right. And because of where that's landed, she's been able to figure out, and we can see them throwing one of the bottles now. So Erin's gonna use the rifle to cap them, and she does. One shot in the noggin. It's a good shot as well. And that gets us through an awkward bit. Got a good peseta drop there. Erin's shooting out the traps. She actually apologised to me and said, I'm sorry I'm using your ammunition. I was like, no, I do the same thing. I use the knife if I'm close enough, but if I'm looking for traps, then yeah, it just makes sense to use a handgun round. They're the cheapest to make, and they're the most frequent drop, especially because of the type of attaché case and charm that I've got. Or there's charms you can get that influence the chance of certain items dropping. You can get ones that cause resources to drop more. You can get ones that cause ammo to drop more. We both missed that guy. Neither of us had any idea he was there. Erin's tried to stab him, but because she's been in grab range, she's got 2 grab attacks. So you can see the damage that the plain grab attacks do. It must be because of their strength and the fact that they're choking Leon as they're doing it. That must be why his health goes down so fast. But we've got a green herb there. Erin thought that was a red herb, but it wasn't. It was what was left of the head of the twister. Got the Chalice of Atonement, so that's a gem chalice. We'll be able to put gems into that. This is another one where we had a debate about gems, because if you watch, you get a 2 colours bonus there, and then you get a duo bonus which overrides it. And I said to Erin, do me a favour, go back into that chalice and change the gems and just make it 3 greens. Replace the purple with a green. So the bonus at the minute's 1.2, and when we do that it goes up to 1.4. So yeah, it doesn't have to be a variety of gems. 3 gems of the same colour are what you want. We had a look at the time here to see how long we had potentially left. I think I said, yeah, we've got about 15 minutes of recording time. So Erin felt confident that she could get through the next part. Again, this is a part that I wish I had played myself, but it was cool to see. So this is kind of like a fortified village. Gate that we need a key for.
Looks like I need something.
Neither of us were sure where that key might be. Erin is aware that the guy's at the top of the stairs there, but she knew this lady was here as well, so she wanted to take out the closest threat first. Quick stab. And that's her finished. Handgun ammo drop again. Quick kick, and that's him down. There's shotgun ammo. Perfect. At this point I would have reloaded. Can't remember if Erin does or not. Yes, she does. Yeah, we've got a green and yellow. If we can find a red, we'll be in good shape. Again, reloading the guns, even the rifle, because you don't know when... Because the rifle has an attribute called penetration. That just means how many enemies it can go through before the bullet's done. There's a handgun, a special handgun in the game. I think it's called the Blacktail. No, it's the Punisher. The Punisher is a handgun. Its bullets can go through multiple targets. and that's what the rifle's for as well. So if you can line up a shot from the rifle, you know, the enemies don't have to be far away. If they're at medium distance and there's 2 or 3 of them coming down a walkway, shoot through them. You'll have noticed there that Erin's put Ashley into the locker. Told her to get in and stay there. That'll keep her out the way and keep her out of harm's way. And here we go. Leon with a fancy kickflip off the wall. Don't know why I felt the need to do that. He could have just backed off, but I suppose it looks cool. And we've got 2 chainsaw wielding ladies.
Sorry, didn't realize that was yours. I am flattered. But I'm a one-lady.
Straight down with a grenade. Think we get another? Yeah, we do. Straight down with another grenade. Door to the left. Guy comes through. Erin wants him down. Kick. But the door's shut off to us. Now, neither of us had noticed the other door at this point. Oh. Erin wants to go for this one. Get out. Perfect. And we try to find a quiet space where we can regroup. Reposition. Erin tries to line up a couple of guys with the shotgun there. Didn't quite work. There's another guy behind us. He's going to go for the stab. Got the chainsaw lady appearing. We go for the throw. Now we're going to try and take out one of the chainsaw ladies. The quicker we can get one of them down, the better. Oh. Set on fire. And we're down. Hit by a bladed attack in the back as we were struggling with the flames. So this is the checkpoint for this section. Ashley's still in the locker. Good stuff. Stay there. Don't move. We're going to trigger the sequence again. Grab the first aid spray. Excellent. I don't know why. I know his reaction is to crap himself, but I think at the time it took him to kickflip and jump off the wall, he could still have grabbed the crank. Fun fact, but I have the PlayStation 2 chainsaw controller. I have for Resident Evil 4. Never used it. Still in its display box. It's a nice thing to have. It's a bit of memorabilia. So, one lady's weak, but now we've been grabbed. We need to get rid of this guy. Taking too long though. And we get the excruciating chainsaw death. So death number 2 in this area. I think that's it though, because I'm sure Erin comes up with a much better strategy in the next playthrough. Yeah, in the next go, I should say, sorry. I grab the first aid spray, trigger the sequence, and skip the cutscene. Yeah, skip the cutscene there, get it started quick, get a grenade out, get another grenade out. And I think I said at this point there's another door there, but what neither of us realised was that this door was locked from the outside. So, if I can't remember, I think there might be a death here. Actually, here's the other door. Out we go. There's that guy again. We nab some submachine gun ammo. It's not a weapon we use. Yeah, this is the one where Erin manages to complete this section. So we get hit there. Back off. Reset. We've got the handgun ready. That guy's burnt to death by the flames. And there's a set of stairs just to our left here. So we can encourage them to come up there if we kick the ladder down. So we've knocked the lady off the top there, kicked the ladder down, take a tiny wee bit of damage from the flames, but because the ladder's now down, instead of lifting it up, they're all going to come here. So Erin takes a chance to get some damage in. We realise that this is a broken necked guy. We're not going to be able to just shoot his legs. The broken necked ones seem to be able to resist leg shots. And that animation that you just missed there was the chainsaw lady dying. So we've got one down, one to go. Just gonna empty shotgun ammo into that. Oh, but we've got a grab there, so that could have been bad. I think there is a double team animation where if you're grabbed like that, the ladies can get a finisher on you. But Erin's well ahead of the game here. Bang. Shot him in the leg to stop him in his tracks. That was clever. And that's her finished. Now we can finish him. Down he goes. He's going to get back up though.
You're serious?
He is a twister. We got lucky there in that it was still in its animation when it emerges. So although it looked like Erin got hit, she lost no health there because it was just the whipping tendrils sort of hitting you. And theirs actually automatically comes to you once this is finished. So here we have her. Gonna grab the treasure because sometimes it's a gem, and it was a sapphire. Erin wanted to do a quick circuit of the village just to make sure she hadn't missed anything, which is always a good shout. So after the quick circuit of the village, we've got a crank handle so we can get out again. So we were getting kind of close to time here. I'm looking at my clock as I'm recording this post-commentary, and the little timer's telling me that we've got 5 minutes left on the recording, so we were really getting close to time here. So we gambled on a typewriter being here, because I think the checkpoints only...
Are you hurt?
No,
I'm pretty sure the checkpoints only store
You did well back there.
the...
Seems this isn't your first time.
a temporary save point in case you die. I don't think they actually save. So what we didn't realise was that through this gate we were going to get another quick safe area to regenerate. We were both like, oh, there's bound to be a typewriter here somewhere. No. Spoiler alert, kids, there wasn't. So, I'm not sure. The next sequence is kind of a biggie. And I think I like the way it's done. It does add to that feel of tension and desperation because, you know, we were low on resources at this point. We've got picked up shotgun shells and handgun ammo there, and it looks like we've got a lot, but we've got 3 shotgun shells. And I think when Erin loads it, that's the only 3 shotgun shells we've got. Got some gunpowder there though, so that potentially could make up for the lack of shotgun shells that we've picked up. Yeah, I think that's exactly where Erin's going. To have a look. Yeah, we've got 18, so I'm sure I said craft some shotgun shells then. And there we go. You just don't want to leave yourself short. You really don't. It's not worth it.
All right.
Can make the game frustrating as well. So here's Vitores Mendez, the chief of the village. Boom. Take that.
Leon.
He's inhumanly strong, which is not unusual to Leon. I mean, he did get chased by Mr. X in the last game and he saw how inhumanly strong he was. It's probably a bit more disturbing that this guy looks more human. But this is a chase sequence that wasn't in the original game. So as Erin had found out from her playthrough, and she told me there, you can slow him down with a shot to the leg. So we're going to run up here. Shots. More shots.
Don't worry about them.
Shot the barrel too early there though, so you really want those guys past it, because that's what buggers this run up. Although they're dying in one shot, it's slowed you right down to a walk, and Mendez is running right up your backside. Leon gets grabbed, that slows him down, and you're gonna see, yeah, there we go. So Mendez is punched her to the ground. Erin went for the grenade to try and stop him, but it doesn't. And away she goes with Mendez. The thing with Mendez is he's because of his strength, he doesn't respond to gunshots. So if he picks Ashley up here, it's game over. You're just done. So there's going to be another attempt here. As the attempt's happening, I'm just going to do my outro because there's only 1 minute 38 on the clock left.
All right.
So I hope you've enjoyed the slight difference here in gameplay. It gives you something to compare to. You can go back and watch a couple of the earlier episodes and then watch this one. The following episode to this will be post commentary as well, because like I say, Erin recorded 2 for me, which was very, very good of her. And if you could do the usual, stick around, there will be a recommended video at the end of this episode. It'll come up on the screen somewhere in the middle. If you've already seen that episode though, there will be another icon that will take you straight to my channel. If you click on that, you can go check out some of the other great series that I've got on the channel. I'd appreciate a like, comment and subscription. Subscription won't cost you anything. A subscription just helps me get my videos out there to more people. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. We decided no more for this one because we were getting quite close to the maximum recording time. So you guys take care of yourselves. Have a great day, whatever you get up to. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. And yeah, this is Blizzard Raptor saying bye for now, and I'll see you for the next episode.